So hey, welcome to the new year, and today I'm going to cover probably the most difficult subject we face in our life at the turn of any new year, and that is the challenge of intimate relationships not really being as good as you'd want it to be. So if that's you, listen up, because I'm going to give you 3 questions and one little exercise to do that could literally turn it all around. So yeah, if your relationship is struggling right now, then listen up, and we are going to do these 3 questions, and one exercise literally could change everything for you. So hey, I'm Tony V from the 10-10 movement, helping you from areas of your life where you may be struggling and helping you become more successful at them. So intimate relationships, yes. Christmas, New Year is traditionally the most difficult time. In fact, it's said that 7th of January is the day where more divorces are filed for than any other day of the year. So if you're struggling, or as I say, not firing on all cylinders in your intimate relationship life, then settle down right now, because I am going to ask you 3 questions and, as I say, give you one exercise. So let's get started. In fact, it's really good to grab a pen and paper and write this down. Now, I'd also encourage you, if you're watching this on your own, which my guess is most people are, is to, if it's possible, re-watch it with your partner. So, I'm going to give you the 3 questions. I want you to write them down, and I want you, if you're a girl, I want you to go and ask your man and say, look, I've just watched this guy on YouTube, and he has suggested if our relationship is struggling, and I know, that, it's for me, and I guess it is for you too, I'd love it if we could just watch this video together, because he's going to give us 3 questions, and I'd love it if we would do the exercise as well to see if we could find a way to get back on track. Now, this is particularly true. Look, any relationship breakdown is not good. The energy goes down, you're feeling terrible, but imagine if you've got kids. Trust me, you might think the kids don't know that your relationship is struggling. Maybe you try and hide it or whatever, but trust me, they know, because they're in the energy of your house. And if you're, butting up against each other, as I sometimes call it, trust me, they know. And if you don't give it an absolute maximum chance to recover from wherever you are right now, trust me, these kids are going to have a more difficult time than if somehow we find a way to help you magically resolve these challenges. Even if you think everything is unsolvable, I always say something brought you together at the beginning. Now, maybe that's lost its magnetism, maybe that's gone, but let's just see if these 3 questions, one exercise can get you back. So, be prepared to do this with your partner as well. But if you're watching alone, just grab a pen and paper right now, or do your phone notes on your phone, or whatever it is you use, and get these 3 questions written down. So, question number 1. On a scale of 0 to 10, it's good old, one of my favourite questions. On a scale of 0 to 10, when you think of your intimate relationship life now, what score would you give it? 10 would equal it's unbelievable, it's magnificent, it's the best it could be, and 0 is it's a complete nightmare right now. Choose a number that represents your intimate relationship as you look at it right here, right now, today. Now get that question written down and get that number written down next to it, yeah? Right, the second question is, and look, I want you to be totally truthful and honest in giving this score, okay? So the second question is, same question in terms of on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being it's amazing, 0 being it's terrible right now. What score would you give your intimate life? When you think of your intimacy together, your intimate life, what number would you pick? 10 would be it's unbelievable, best it's ever been. 0 is it's terrible right now. Right, so that's 2 of our 3 questions. So the third question is, on a scale of 0 to 10, when you think of your commitment to resolve this once and for all and get that connection that you once had that brought you together, perhaps that connection is what created your children. If you want that back, how committed are you to getting it sorted? 10 would be, I'm 100% in, I'm a 10 out of 10. I'm a 10 out of 10 committed to getting this resolved. And a 0 is, do you know what? I can't be asked. I'm going to a solicitor instead. Now, I'll just warn you about the solicitors, not that they're bad guys, because they have to sort out some terrible, difficult situations, but they are not trained in doing this, in helping you. So if you take that route, one, it's going to cost you emotional energy, it's definitely going to cost you loads of cash, and the more money you've got, the more it's going to cost you. It's quite simple. Sorting everything out, it's going to cost you mental stress when it comes to how we're going to look after the kids going forward. So trust me, if you want to move away from that, any of that happening, don't choose the solicitor to be the way that you sort this out. Answer these 3 questions, get them on a piece of paper, get your answers there. Now, there is then the exercise, okay? And this is why you need to do this bit together. Even if somehow you got them to do the scoring, it's easier to watch me doing it with both of you than it is for you to help them do it, okay? So all you have to do, girls, is say, I'd love it if we could watch this video together. If you're a guy and you want your woman, you literally do it the other way around. You go, do you know what? Do you know what, darling? I am committed to sorting this out. This is not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for me. It's not good for the kids if you're gone. We are going to sit down and we're going to watch this guy and we're going to answer these 3 questions, and then we're going to do this exercise. We're going to give it one last try if that's where you're at right now. So let's imagine now you're both sitting down and you've both got your scores. You haven't as yet shared your scores. But what we need to do is we need to go to a massive place of truth, okay? So you have to play full out and you have to be truthful here. Now this truth is not about them. This truth is about you. This truth is about your scores. Now, I would say, men, you need to go first. So I want you to share with your amazing woman. She will be amazing, I promise you, at some level. She has been amazing in your life, so let's assume we can get that amazingness back again. I want you to share with her what score you gave your intimate relationship experience right now, out of 10. Just share the number. And then, you know, if you're the lady in this relationship, then I will be then sharing it back. Now, you need to go from a place of truth. We need to get all blame. This is just a number, for goodness sakes, just a number. This is what your experience of this relationship is right now. Now, then share the score for your experience of the intimacy, and then score it back, okay? So we now got like some numbers for the relationship, we've got some numbers for intimacy. Now I want you to share, truthfully, what's your level of commitment to resolving this once and for all, okay? So share away, what's your number, what's your number? So now it's all out in the open, okay? Everything's out in the open. Now from this position, we need to go even more to a place of truth. Now, what most people do, which is why relationships break down more than anything, is we look individually, we look to blame the other person for us experiencing the scores that we are giving to this situation, yeah? So the guys tend to blame the girls and the girls tend to blame the guys. But trust me, when we're in the blame game, everything is likely to dissipate. When you cannot get out of the blame game, almost always the solicitor is the only solution, or the dissolving of this relationship if you're not actually married. So what we have to do, and guys, again, it's your job to go first. And this is the exercise. What I want you to do is I want you to look your woman in the eye, because when things aren't going well, the first thing we do is we don't actually look at each other. So maybe for the first time in a while, I want you to look into her eyes and I want you to tell her the truth. But because look, remember, I have this great saying, truth and love hold hands. There is love here, there was love before. You had love inside of yourself, they have love inside of themselves. All you've got to do is bring that back together again. Now, sharing truth, because it holds hands with love, is a way to magnetize you back together. But the truth is not what you think about them or what you think they should be doing. The truth is, what am I doing? So I want you to go, as you look them in the eye, I want you to say, look, I've given these scores, But this, I understand, is some of this is down to me. And I am prepared to accept responsibility for some of this. This is what I know I'm doing that is causing me to have this lower score. It's what I'm doing, not what you're doing. Because look, you can't change them, but you can change you. Okay? And in changing you, or telling truth to this person about what you're doing that's giving you this experience of this relationship not working well, you give them permission to share truth back to you. And it's in this place that love can start to rekindle itself. So I encourage you so much now, to do this exercise. Do it from a place of love. Get the kids out the way if you've got kids. Sit down quietly together. Share a special moment of truth together. Now, this is one of a series of relationship videos, so trust you're going to step up and do this and see what you can do to save this relationship. And if, as I say, you've got kids, to do it for the kids first. And then make sure you play full out, do it from a place of truth and love, and see what happens next. It's one of a series of videos in the 10-10 movement that we're doing about intimate relationships. So after this video, up the top here, you're going to see another video on relationships, which is going to give you more information, more clues as to what you can do to resolve your challenges. And if you've never done the 10-10 life test, I'd absolutely encourage you both to do that. So down here, there is a video that explains all about it. And below, there is a button which you can press, which will take you to the 10-10 life test. And I encourage you just to do it and get your life score. It can be life-changing. Once you get your life score, you'll get a series of videos, not unsimilar to this one, which will give you clues as to what you can do to massively improve your life. Remembering that intimate relationships is one of only many parts of our life, but it's the one that it's said will bring us the most joy if we get it right, and the most pain if we get it wrong. So look, I trust you got something really great out of that. If you know somebody who's struggling with their intimate relationship right now, please feel free to share this with them. There's a share button down the bottom. It's easy peasy to do. And if you're new to the channel and you think, wow, this is pretty good stuff, why don't we hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because we make videos every week, and every time we make a new one, pop it onto YouTube, you'll get notified so that you can get more out of it for you. So that's it from me, Tony V, from the 10-10 movement, moving you from areas of your life where you may be struggling to become more successful at. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.